I think the target that you had set was to double the participation compared to last year, and I think you've managed to more than triple it, which is great. So congratulations on that. But I think that speaks volumes to the speaker lineup that we have for this event, and to the great partnerships that we have with the some of our Research Triangle partners. There are 17 of them, and I can't name all of them, but just to name a few, Microsoft. This event comes at a very critical moment, I would say, because if anything, the pandemic, as well as the war in Ukraine, some of the economic challenges that we are seeing and facing really across the globe have exacerbated a problem that I think existed pre-pandemic, and have brought it even more to the fore, which makes it even more important, more critical, more urgent for us to deal with this issue. And if we think about the major socioeconomic, global socioeconomic challenges that we face, Bill referenced health equity, community resiliency, then clearly STEM disciplines will play a major role in coming up with the innovations, with the solutions for some of these challenges and problems. And I think Bill referenced some of the research that we do with employers and employees, and that clearly points to the importance of having more women in STEM disciplines, and making sure that also women are elevated to leadership positions, because that's what's going to facilitate innovation in that field. So I think that it's very important for us to talk about this, to take stock of where we are, and hopefully also to start to think about how can we move the needle, because that's going to be very important in terms of just impact to the world, broadly speaking. So a very important, I think, topic. And so I think first of all, we must recognize that what we have done so far has not gotten us to where we need to be, and continuing to do the same thing is unlikely to help us get to where we need to get here. So I think that that's an important sort of foundation as we think about the journey ahead. And that's why challenging the sort of old trusted ways of doing things is going to be important if we're serious about making progress. So that starts with making sure that we are attractive and holding ourselves accountable to achieving those targets and objectives. But that's not going to be enough, because once we do attract more women, we need to also create a culture, and where failure or setbacks are not seen as sort of the end of the road, or the end of the way. They are seen as a step in finding the solution. So I think those are going to be extremely important elements in terms of making progress here. And my experience has always been that whereas strong sort of support from the top is important, so I think it all starts with purpose, and we're a purpose-driven company. And when I sort of started my tenure as CEO with the team, we started with clearly articulating our purpose, and then making sure that that purpose resonates across the organization and is really owned by our teams and our people. And our purpose was the anchor to our Next Horizon strategy. I would also say that that clarity of purpose was extremely important during the pandemic. The very nature of the business we're in, being there for people when they need us the most, I believe there's a noble aspect to us. Think internally on what we can do to become a more diverse, more inclusive organization, but also looking at how we can contribute externally. And part of our purpose is this virtuous circle in terms of our stakeholders, our people, our customers, our communities, and our shareholders. So making sure that our people are energized, feel included, are empowered to act, to innovate, to be there for our customers. There's also a business and financial reason for focusing on the EI and sustainability, because it is our core belief that being a more sustainable, more diverse, more inclusive company will allow us to perform better financially and deliver more for our shareholders. So, for all those reasons, we're not sort of in the camp of doing the bare